Okay, so here's a quick review of the new maintenance agreement functionality built into RecTrack. What we're looking at here is the main RecTrack screen prior to any records being selected. This is the screen that is presented immediately after the user clicks on the RecTrack link from the main Procure switchboard. So we'll go ahead and select the record. Now I obviously have just test data in here, none of it means anything. So immediately the focus goes to the new maintenance agreement drop down here, and I've already added a response here which is that there is no maintenance agreement for this particular purchase. If I just delete that response for a moment and try to move off the record, try to move away from that maintenance agreement drop down, an error message pops up indicating that the user must select an answer in the maintenance agreement drop down. They will not be able to leave the record until they do. So we click OK there. If I click in any other field on the screen, we get the same message. The user is forced to actually include a response in that drop down. So in this case we'll say no, there isn't. I can then move off that field and navigate through any records as I normally would. Now, just as an aside, for historical data, I have populated the field with a no response. After discussions with Kathy, we determined that that would be the best way to handle historical data moving forward. Of course, there's nothing to stop staff from going back and changing that. You know, you can certainly add a positive response there, and then move to the new maintenance agreement tab. And you know, in the case of new or historical data, then complete the fields as required. So what I'll do from here is actually create a new record, show you the process involved there. So we'll create a new procurement number. Yes, we would like to do that. And immediately we get that same error message or information message pop up saying you must select an answer in the maintenance agreement drop down. You cannot leave this record until you do. And then you'll notice that the focus moves to that particular field with a red surround, just to indicate that, you know, this is a required field. As the message said, you know, no data entry can occur until this question has been answered. In this case, we'll say yes, there is a maintenance agreement in place. As you probably are aware, the commodity field is also a required field, so we need to enter something in there, which we'll do, and then we can move forward. So we'll just enter a quick description. This is a test, blah blah blah. Anyway, so then we can move down to the new maintenance agreement tab, and we'll go through these fields. Is there a maintenance agreement on file? In this case we'll say yes, there is. The maintenance agreement period can be between 1 and 3 years. So for the sake of demonstration, I'll answer that by saying yes, it's a 3-year maintenance agreement. We can enter the start date of the agreement, which I'll put in as today. The end date, which naturally will be 3 years hence. So we'll say 2018. Cost year one, $1,000, $800, $600. Now the remaining two fields are where we can enter any previous procurement numbers where this same maintenance agreement has applied. In this case we'll just leave those blank, but we do have space for two, which is really just a way of tying them all together and providing a reference should we require going back to see what's occurred there. So that's pretty much it. Once we've done all of that, we can, move through all the different tabs, go to different records, and all that sort of thing. One thing that I have noticed, and in fact was pointed out by Kathy too, is that you can select no in the drop down currently, and yet still have data on the tab. That is on the to-do list to be fixed. I will make it so that if you answer no up here, you either won't see these fields or you won't be able to enter data in them or whatever. So you will have to respond positively up here to be able to actually enter data down here. So at this point, that's where we're at. Please view this video, think about what we've done, and by all means get back to me with suggestions. Thanks for listening.